The media this year has just been a disgrace, just a complete and total joke. I mean, they've always been bad, but this year under Trump, they ratcheted it up a notch to the point where they're just telling bald-faced lies about him. There's not enough time left in the year to go through all of them, but here are 9 of the most egregious lies the media reported about the president this year. Number 1.
And someone rushes out and says to the entire press corps that the President of the United States has removed the bust from his office.
That someone was a reporter named Jon Miller, who was then working for Time. He tweeted that the president removed the Martin Luther King bust from his office because, you know, he's a giant racist who hates MLK. But then Sarah Sanders immediately blew that story to pieces when she tweeted this photo of the MLK bust. What do you know? Right there, still in the office for everyone to see. So Jon Miller was forced to apologize. "I looked for it in the Oval Office 2 times and I didn't see it," he tweeted. Oh, really? Did ya? Maybe you should have looked for it as hard as you looked for reasons to call the president a racist, and you would have been spared the embarrassment of being caught in a flat-out lie. The more you know, Zeke. Number 2. Trump isn't just a racist, he also has dementia.
That people close to him during the campaign told me had early stages of dementia.
Now that Joe Scarborough is no longer pretending to be a Republican on TV, he apparently is pretending to be a doctor now. Does Dr. Scarborough have the medical report to prove this egregious charge? Can we see it? No, of course we can't, because it doesn't frickin' exist. Number 3, Trump hates the disabled and won't shake a disabled child's hands. When this boy reached up to shake his hand, Trump was like, "Ew, don't touch me, you disabled boy," right? Wrong, but the author J.K. Rowling of the Harry Potter series thinks it's true, so it must be true, right? She tweeted that it was horrible, she wrote, that the president cannot bring himself to shake the hand of a small boy who only wanted to touch the president. Now cue the unedited tape, which shows you why you should probably get your facts straight, JK, before you run your big pie hole. What is that? Is that the president shaking the boy's hand? Why, I thought he despised disabled children. Yes, Trump actually shook the little boy's hand first. Even the mom of the small boy joined in on the busting of the fake news. She went on Facebook and said, "Trump didn't snub my son, and Monty wasn't even trying to shake his hand. 1, he's 3, and handshaking is not his thing. 2, he was showing off his newly acquired Secret Service patch." Number 4, Fishgate. Trump is so uncultured and so uncivilized and such an impatient brute that instead of delicately sprinkling the pellets atop the lily pond in Japan and watching the riplets grow while he was feeding the little fishies, he just dumped the whole box in the water. But, the unedited version shows Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe emptying the box also into the water, and Trump only did it after he watched his Japanese counterpart do it. But the media doesn't show you the part where Shinzo did it. Nope, they just lied. Number 5, CNN really was on a fake news roll in Asia. Fake News Jake, who I think is terrible. I know a lot of people on our side say, "Oh, he's a reasonable journalist." No, I think he's crap. He claimed Trump broke a tradition and succumbed to the Chinese dictator by not forcing the Chinese people to take questions. In the past, he wrote, American presidents have insisted upon it as a demonstration of standing up for the freedoms our nation believes in. Really? Here's how Obama once ended a press briefing in communist China.
This concludes the meeting with the news media. Thank you.
Wait, I'm sorry, did I miss the part where he took questions from the press? Nope, a transcript confirms that he never did. It's just more fake news from Fake News Jake. Number 6.
Look at what's happening in Germany. You look at what's happening last night in Sweden. Sweden. Who would believe this? Sweden. They took in large numbers. They're having problems like they never thought possible.
Immediately, the media insisted Trump was making this up. There was no terror attack, and that he was citing a non-existent terror attack. Former Swedish Prime Minister even tweeted, "Sweden? Terror attack? What has he been smoking?" What have you been smoking, Swedish Prime Minister? Trump wasn't referring to a specific attack, and he never said the word attack. That was you guys. He was talking about a report on the news, and like most people who watch cable news, he was watching Fox News. Here's the report on Fox that he was referring to at that speech, which aired the night before, aka last night. Hence saying, look at what's happening last night. Watch.
There was an absolute surge in both gun violence and rape in Sweden once they began this open door policy. They have these, and what they really become are no-go zones. These are areas that cops won't even enter because it's too dangerous for them.
Number 7. Trump is using his position in the federal government to line the pockets of his private business by selling these fine Trump wines at a national park. The far-left rag, The Atlantic, quoted a lawyer who said that the sale could pose a major conflict of interest. Oh, could it? No, I'm pretty sure it couldn't. Now, I may not have a law degree, but I do have a BS detector. The federal government wasn't selling these wines. They were purchased and sold by a private company that the National Park Service contracted and were part of a stock that was bought before Trump became president. But that doesn't fit their narrative, so what fits their narrative better is to make it look like Trump is a shady businessman who illegally profits from public land. Lie. Number 8. I'm convinced this whole Russia scandal has been one of the big media lies this whole time, given that after a year, there still is no evidence of collusion. But even ABC had to admit that it was a lie, and it was one that they couldn't tolerate, and they fired the reporter who gave us this big, stinking, beautiful lie.
He is prepared to testify that President Trump, as a candidate, Donald Trump, directed him to make contact with the Russians.
Now, stock tanked, people flipped out, but Trump was not a candidate when this happened. That would change everything, and Brian Ross knows it, so that's why he's gone. And finally, number 9, arguably the biggest lie of this year, the fake, phony baloney Russian dossier.
They can't speak to the veracity of the information itself, but it suggests that there are Russians claiming that they have potentially compromising information on the president-elect.
The people who know what you did with a Russian, maybe that little sex scandal, they might have a tape.
The Clinton campaign and the DNC funded a memo that was a total made-up piece of crap document about Donald Trump and the Russians to further their collusion narrative. Not a single claim has been verified to this day, but the fake news media published it anyway with a bunch of caveats about how they can't verify it. Look, journalism 101, if you can't verify it, don't publish it. The reason you can't verify it is because it's all a big lie. So there you have it, folks, the 9 biggest media lies about Trump this year. It is why American trust in the media is at an all-time low, and it's why you need to turn off the fake news and subscribe now to crtv.com. Do it today. Use my promo code WHB. That is short for White House Brief. crtv.com, promo code WHB. That will get you $10 off your subscription, so subscribe today for more exclusive CRTV programming. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next brief.